starts on Real and Beale downtown Austin, Texas, home of the 2005 Miss Glamorous pageant, featuring the all-natural sounds of Steve Soji and his scintillating synthesizer. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here to answer that one all-important question.
Mirror, mirror of success, who will be Miss Glamorous?
There's only one way to find out. So, let the beauty begin!
And we want to sing it loud. We are natural, born females, and we're proud, proud, proud. We have all the right equipment. By nature, we're endowed. It's our birthright and duty to work hard at beauty, and we're proud, proud, proud. We don't have to raise our voices to get our points across. We don't have to serve our dishes stripped of all their sauce. We don't have to be uncouth or un-American. We don't have to stay on top by acting like a man. And speaking of men, our master of ceremonies
is a perfect specimen.
a personal friend of Wayne Newton.
And spokesman for the International Hair Barn for Men. And hold that TV's runaway hit.
America's goofiest people. Frankie Cavalier.
Gorgeous selves. What a night, what a night, what a night. Beauties to the left of me and beauties to my right. They told me not to kiss those girls, but still I think I might. What a night, what a night, what a night.
We are natural born females, and we love a natural man.
Can you hug him and squeeze him?
Yes, we can. You're our favorite kind of singer, dance walk comedian.
Am I tender yet macho and hot as a nacho?
Oh, what a night.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
Oh, what
these
a
are my
night.
favorite girls, and this is my favorite night of the year. Because
Oh,
as
what
I
a
always
night.
say, the Super Bowl's swell, the Oscars all right. But nothing compares with Glamorous Night.
Oh, what a night.
Because that's when one of the country's top purveyors of beauty products founds its
what a
beauty.
night.
And that company is our very own Glamorous. And I'm
what a
honored
night.
they have asked me to host this momentous event for them for the second year.
Oh, what a night.
In a row. But enough about me. Let the beauty continue.
We don't have to dress in pantsuits to prove we run the show. We don't have to give up high heels to prove we're on the go. We don't have to get a job to prove we hold our own. We don't have to be hard-boiled if we stay soft at home. Oh, what a night.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 6 contestants this evening became regional winners by undergoing an exhausting series of preliminary
What
competitions.
a night.
All right, girls, why don't you tell us where you're coming from?
It's our birthright and duty to work hard at beauty, and we're proud, proud. I'm proud to be a daughter of dear old Dixieland, where folks are so hospitable and always lend a hand. You'll never hear a rude word coming from my mouth. I always strive for charm and grace, for I am Miss Deep South.
I am proud of waving grain in fields ripe with corn. I am Mother Nature's daughter and greet her every morn. I cultivate the earth and nurse it like the rain. I sow the seed and reap the wheat, for I am Miss Great Plains.
I am proud to represent
San Andreas fault. I'd rather live life on the edge than safely in a vault. Of all the lives I've ever lived, I like this the most. I'm free. I'm me. It's meant to be. For I am Miss West Coast.
Opportunities increased. I'm the pride of progress. Miss Industrial Northeast.
Natural born female. Keep it up now. Let's show them what's going on. Want to see me. They are natural born females. Born natural females, and they're proud, proud, proud.
We have all the right equipment. By nature we're endowed. We have got effervescence. It's our glamorescence, and we're proud, proud, proud. America, you made us into what we are today.
They're natural born females.
Made in the USA.
So beautiful. What beauty and what an audience. You know, folks, one of these lovely ladies is going to win the coveted and I might add lucrative contract to be next year's Miss Glamoress. Of course, she's got to be gorgeous, but Miss Glamoress must also be talented and possess that charismatic personality to withstand the probing scrutiny of those television cameras. And speaking of probing scrutiny, let's meet our judges for this evening, shall we? Head plumber at Windsor Castle and primary source for the best-selling tell-all expose Royal Flush. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Francis Telly Jones. And they care to say your book is a tissue of lies. Poet, laureate of Hallmark greeting cards, and author of Love is a Special Kind of Specialness. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is with us, Emily Lloyd Tweedy, looking lovely. Fresh from her appearance on Oprah, where she told the tragic story of her 20-minute love affair with none other than my best friend, Wayne Newton. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Bullock-Klein. Way to go, Wayne. Her nationwide crusades have made her a household name. Author of Hello, God, You Don't Know Me But. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Beth Byhammer right here. And last but not least, hero to millions for leading the class action lawsuit against Rub and Grow hair fertilizer. Ladies and gentlemen, Herbert Flack right here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our distinguished beauty manager. Friends, tonight's contestants will be competing in the following categories: evening gown, talent, swimwear, physical fitness, and beauty crisis counseling. Plus, each contestant will also be competing in our spokesmodel category to demonstrate her ability to speak effectively about the glamorous line. And here to kick off our spokesmodel spots is Kitty Bob Ames, Miss Texas.
Day in, day out, morning, noon, and night. Rush, rush, rush. C'est la vie for us modern women on the go, isn't it? And have time for a snack, let alone a well-balanced meal. But queer surprise, it's Glamorous to the rescue. They created Lip Snack. Color and calories in one attractive cylinder. Available in 27 different shades and flavors, from roast beef red to poached salmon pink. Now, just apply as you would any old lipstick, and then just taste the difference.
They tell me she's been back there practicing that for about 3 weeks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to see all of our contestants compete in the evening gown competition. The perfect opportunity for me to tell them just how I feel about them, not only as contestants, but as people. You've got books, I mean a lot. And who could measure all the talent that you've got? You've got charm, you've got grace, and all your new beauty shows up on your face. You got everything you need from A to Z. You've got it all, plus something extra. A certain style, a certain flair, a certain glow that puts the O in debonair. You've got allure, you've got finesse, the glamorous, the essence of Miss Glamorous. You're a member of a super special breed. Born to succeed, something extra. You're bound to be a mover and shaker. But don't forget to thank your lucky stars and thank your maker for the thing you've got that gives you something more. Yes, thank them for that something extra. Miss Deep South, Florinda Summerford, is a sophomore at Miss Frink's Female Academy, where she is carrying a double major in home economics and cancer research. Other interests include collecting clown memorabilia and organizing right-to-life rallies. Upon graduating, she would like to work to fight cancer where it begins, and that's in the home. Florinda, they tell me you do some semi-professional acting.
That's right. In my hometown of Valdosta, Georgia, I'm practically a fixture at the Drama Diner.
And who can tell from looking at you that you do cancer research?
I know. Oh, that June, it means even more to me than my acting.
Why?
Because acting can make people forget about their pain for a little while. Cancer research can make them forget about it permanently. Eventually. Maybe.
She's something extra. Miss Industrial Northeast, Consuela Manuela Rafael Lopez, is a Native American dish with a generous helping of spice from her Latin heritage. As the sole supporter of her family, she has not enjoyed the luxury of formal education. Consuela is currently studying hairstyling by mail, while working as a receptionist at a women's detention center. She has recently attended Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Consuela, I see from my notes here that you study hairstyling by mail. That must be quite difficult.
Oh, Jess, it's really hard to find heads for my homework. Thank goodness for the girls at the detention center.
What exactly is it that you do there?
Oh, just a them. But they would like me on a more permanent basis.
I'm sure they would. Do they know that you're here this evening?
Oh, Jess, look, they made my earrings in the machine shop.
They certainly did! She's something extra.
A native of Oklahoma, Miss Bible Belt, Ruth Ann Ruth, is a scholarship student at Bob Jones University. Her majors include business administration and the Book of Lamentations. In the future, she hopes to spread the gospel through telemarketing.
Hello.
Other hobbies include prayer and fasting. Miss Bible Belt, what is your beauty secret?
Oh, it's no secret. Consider the lilies of the field. If the Lord takes care of them, why should I worry about oily skin?
Miss Bible Belt, do you feel any conflict between your religious convictions and your desire to become Miss Glamour?
No, I do not.
You don't?
No, I do not.
And who can argue with that?
She's something extra.
Born in a barn in Keokuk, Iowa, Miss Great Plains Bonnie Louise Cutler is never so happy as when she's breeding her livestock. Though she has never strayed far from hearth and home, Bonnie was grand prize winner in the Iowa State Fair for her recipe for iced tea. She is currently compiling a cookbook called Let's Get Creative with Marshmallow Fluff. Her favorite color, ladies and gentlemen, is beige. They tell me you performed with the USO.
That's right. At the VA hospital in Des Moines, I performed for servicemen, shut-ins, and people who are dying.
Well, they must be very happy to see you.
Oh yes, some of them have not been entertained for 8 to 10 years.
My goodness, that's a long time to go without entertainment.
Not in Des Moines.
She's something extra.
Miss West Coast, Karma Quinn, an Est graduate, is currently a sales representative at the Spiritual Clearinghouse. Her hobbies include tie-dyeing fashions for Malibu Barbie, fire walking, and experiencing her many reincarnations. Karma is a double Gemini, and in the future, she intends to live in the past. Karma, they tell me you've lived lots of past lives.
Yes, we have. At last count, it was... over a dozen.
My goodness! I need to see your Christmas card list.
What?
Karma, I know you're in there. I can hear you breathing.
Am I breathing too loud?
No, honey.
I love you just the way you are.
What?
She's something extra.
Miss Texas, Kitty Bob Ames began studying captaining at the age of 3 on her father's ranch with an instructor flown in weekly from New York. Despite her busy schedule as a party consultant, she still finds time to work with the beauty impaired. She is the first girl to win the Texas Triple Crown of Beauty, Miss Spurs and Saddle, Miss Petroleum Byproducts, and the Tally-Ho Princess of the El Paso Gun Club. Well, Miss Texas, this is not your first pageant. Far from it.
Right as usual, Frankie. And I may be prejudiced, but I think the Miss Glamorous pageant has the most excitement, the most qualified judges, and the best MC in the business.
They tell you what the beauty impaired.
Yes, I do. I really do. And you'd know why if you could see those unfortunate faces when I'm through with them.
How generous of you.
Well, it's like Daddy always says. We may have more money than God, but we don't have to act like it. Right, Daddy?
Thank you, Miss Texas, and to all of our lovely girls. Yes,
For the thing you grasp that gives you something more. Yes, thank them for that something extra. Yeah! Thank you very much.
You know, folks, if anyone has to have that something extra, it's Miss Glamorous in our talent cavalcade. And if there's anyone that can start us off with a bang, it's Miss Texas, Kitty Bob Ames. So,
Let's see just how much Kitty Bob aims to please.
My state is the best, and we never can rest till the varmints are all on the run. We rope and we shoot every critter and brute, 'cause that's how the old West was won.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Miss Great Plains Bonnie Louise Cutlet with a dramatic recitation of her own composition.
I am a handful of dirt, a field of waving grain, 1,000 acres of virgin forest, a raging river, a babbling brook. I am the land. I am the land. When you pierce me with your tools, do you hear me crying? When you gnaw at me with your big machines, do you hear my screams? When you reap my bounty year after year after year, do you hear the howling wind bearing me away into the angry sky? Well, do you? You sing America the beautiful, oh yes, even as you make me America the ugly. You say you love me, even as you ravage me. I trusted you, but you have used me and forsaken me, so that now I am racked with pain. Pain, disease, desolation, pollution, and rot. You must choose. Yes, you. What's it to be America? Pollution or paradise? Yes. Oh, yes. Come, let us love one another again before it is too late. We belong together, you and I. For you are the good people of the United States of America. And I am the land.
Bible Belt, Ruth and Ruth in her spokesmodel spot with Glamorous' solution to a vexing beauty problem.
Do you have an enlarged pore, cleft pit, or indentation in your skin? Ordinary makeup will not cover that up. That is why Glamorous has invented smooth as marble facial spackle. Yes, that's right, facial spackle for that deep down cover-up. Of course, the action of smooth as marble's micro-emulsions cannot be seen by the naked eye, but smooth as marble fills in the pores of your skin, just like this spackle fills in the holes of this wallboard. Naturally, smooth as marble comes with its own carrying case in your choice of faux gold, faux silver, or faux stainless steel. Also available in heavy duty for those gouges and scars. So, if you have unpretty cracks in your plaster, pull up to our surface station and say, "Fill them up with Glamorous."
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the next entrant in the talent portion of our competition, Lorinda Summerford, Miss Deep South, will present a salute to Dixie with a little help from her friends.
Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. I'm so tired of doing. How I long for that gracious time before the war between the states, when a lady didn't have to do all her doing herself. The time of cavaliers and cotton fields. Why, great-great-grandma Jeannie, where did you come from? Great-great-granddaddy Colonel Summerford, what are you doing?
I come here because I'm in a dream.
And a drinking too! Oh, Colonel, sing that song.
I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair, more like a vapor on the soft summer air.
Oh, Colonel, how sweet!
Of course, that was before you lost your looks.
Grandma Jeannie was a great beauty in her time.
Well, in her time, maybe, but it's your turn now, Lorinda, honey.
Oh, what's in his love? He's right. You're the pretty one now, Lorinda. Stop!
It's her lily white skin that's so lovely.
No, it's her sparkling Dixie eyes. Fiddly-dee, I swear if you two don't stop, you're gonna make me blush. Let's stop all this foolishness and let's go to the races.
And what races might those be, Lorinda, honey?
You're a fool, you know darn well what races. Camptown, DC. Camptown racetrack, 5 miles long.
Oh, do-da-do.
Do-da, do-da.
Go away, go away.
Oh, do-da-day. Run all night.
Somebody else.
Somebody better
you'll see the sky is the limit. Here's Karma Quinn, Miss West Coast, in an interpretive dance entitled The 7 Ages of Eve.
I am born. I discover the world. The world discovers me. I fall in love. I get hurt. I search. I die. I am reborn. I discovered the world. The world discovers me. I fall in love. I get hurt. I search. I die. I am reborn. I discover the world. The world discovers me. I fall in love. I get hurt. I search. I die. Etc.
I don't think there's another human being on the planet that has that kind of talent. Fairly sure of that. Now here's Miss West Coast, Karma Quinn, in her spokesmodel spot.
Really? I'm a woman. I need to be fresh and free all day long. And now, for active women like me, deodorant protection is a snap. Glamorous is proud to present Snap-in Fresh, the very latest in feminine deodorant apparel. And you hope you wear it. There are 3 chic fashion accessories to choose from. Headband, wrist strap, and pretty cameo choker. tubes, there is enough ionized inorganic material in each disc to deodorize the average active female for 37 hours. Or you'll be very much surprised. And here's the fun part. In order to release the patented active ingredient, senescent, all you have to do is snap. Because being fresh is a snap. With Snappin' Fresh from Glamoress.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestants in the Miss Glamorous pageant are famous for the diversity in their talents. Here's Consuelo Rafaela Lopez, Miss Industrial Northeast with a classical Fantasia in C major. She's on her way. And now, as the final entrant in the talent portion of our competition, Miss Bible Belt Ruth Ann Ruth will give us a new taste of that old-time religion.
Oh, I don't need no Wall Street Journal, I'm banking on Jesus. My wealth earns interest, that's eternal, I'm banking on Jesus. He can pass all ethics tests, and safe with him my nest egg rests. The Lord save them, reinvest, I'm banking on Jesus. Banking on Jesus, oh what a friend. The Bible is my bank, but only I spend. Now there is nothing I can't afford. My cosigner, Jesus the Lord. Now my investments are protected, I'm banking on Jesus. My holdings have been resurrected, I'm banking on Jesus. And when I face that burning shrub, while others face Beelzebub, I'll cash in my Christmas club. I'm banking on Jesus, banking on Jesus. Oh, what a friend. Bible is my bank book, only I spend. Now there is nothing I can't afford. My cosigner, Jesus the Lord. Brothers and sisters, I was not always the shining symbol of success that you see standing here before you today. There was a time had reached rock bottom. My mortgage was due. My car was about to be repossessed. I didn't have enough money. My mascara. But I asked the Lord for help. And he looked in my bottom line. He expanded my portfolio. He rooted out the devil in a hostile takeover. And like the good book says, ask and ye shall receive. And might I add, once you do, you will need fiscal advice. With the Lord as your broker, you can buy paradise.
Don't you think? And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Lorinda Summerford, Miss Deep South, in her spokesmodel spot with Glamoressa's new breakthrough.
Has this ever happened to you? You have a date with him, that special someone? You take out your compact for a last-minute touch-up, and that's when it happens. You powder your nose in the front of your dress, too. But you try to brush it off, and it gets even worse. And then, of course, oh, your whole evening is ruined. Well, now, thanks to Glamorous, this whole tragedy can be avoided. Introducing Puffin' Back. Powder puff, and powerful vacuum in one glamorous compact. Watch as I dramatize. Simply apply powder as usual. Oops. Run the built-in nozzle over your face. Breasts. Legs. Anywhere where spray Coming back, it does the dirty work. And all that's left is a more beautiful you. No wonder more glamorous women are glamorous women.
fret about your beauty future? Do you wonder how Glamoresses will keep up with the challenge of looking good in outer space? Well, we're way ahead of you. Introducing Glamoresses' new cutting-edge beauty agenda, Project Venus 3000. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, or Mars. Where am I landed out here in the stars? Uranus or Uranus, Neptune or Pluto. Suddenly I know where I've been en route. I'm in a place that's very rare. I feel a thrill beyond compare. I know that nothing anywhere could ever come between us. It's gotta be love. It's gotta be Venus. And there's no friction in there. An atmosphere we're meant to share. As we meet, they stop and stare as if they've never seen us. It's gotta be love. It's gotta be Venus. I've never seen you look so out of this world, just like an open book or a flag that's unfurled. I'm spinning on an axis like a planet that's been twirled. It's gotta be love. It's gotta be Venus for you. My heart is rocketing in rings. I bounce as though my feet had springs. And when they say that love has wings, certainly they mean us. It's gotta be love. It's gotta be. Ladies, what in the universe is taking you so long? You're gonna be late for your own future.
What do I wear to a brand new planet? Should I bring flats or high heels? Should I be soft or as hard as granite? Who knows how an alien feels?
Should my shoulders look large?
Or should they look as skinny? How should I fix my hair? Should I choose Maxie or Minnie? Or Minnie? Will a scaly alien even care? Will we need sunscreen? Or will we need moonblock?
Girls, look at the moon clock. You've only got a minute to get gorgeous and get out.
There's time enough to show what Glamoresses is all about.
Project Venus 3000 is all Glamoresses, and it's gone to their heads. Just look at their Girl, I've never seen you look so out of this world. Just like an open book or a flag that's unfurled. I'm spinning on an axis like a planet that's been twirled. It's gotta be love.
It's gotta be love.
It's gotta be Venus. It's gotta be Venus. My heart is rocketing in rhythm. I bounce as though
folks, we'd like to show you just a bit more of our contestants. And as they dare to wear their wares in the swimsuit competition, we'll hear from their minds as well. Miss Deep South, Lauren Summerford.
I believe in traditional gentility, modulated tones, and graciousness of manner. If the governments of the universe would lay down their guns and pick up the correct fork, the solar system would be a more beautiful place.
Miss Great Plains, Bonnie Louise Cutlet.
I believe in my mom ever since we entered the Lego Kapoji County mother-daughter pageant. We've had a very special relationship, even though we didn't win or even place. If I win tonight, I'm dedicating my tiara to just one person, my best friend, my teacher, my mom.
Miss West Coast, Karma Queen.
I believe that everything is everything. I used to think that all men are brothers, but now I know that all people are persons. So, all women are brothers too, and all men are sisters, and once in a while, just about everybody is an uncle or a cousin. Like that.
Miss Texas, Kitty Bob Ames.
I believe that a person is never so beautiful as when she stoops to help someone less fortunate. After all, true beauty doesn't reside in a pleasing face, a statuesque figure, or a shapely leg. True beauty resides in a helping hand and a generous heart.
Right, Daddy?
Miss Bible Belt, Ruth Ann Rude.
I believe in the beauty of abundance. The Lord has created so many cosmetics, it's downright sinful not to use them. If God gave you diet, more is better.
Miss Industrial Ladies from So Well in Life, Yellow Heads.
I believe that beauty is a rainbow. Does purple hate red? Does yellow tell orange not to move in next door? Does blue bash green and call it ugly names?
Okay, no.
Let's take a lesson from the rainbow and allow all our colors to live side by side in harmony, like peoples.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our fabulous semi-finalists. Speaking of Venus, we envy you because you live in a weightless environment. You don't have to be concerned with being too heavy. But here on Earth, we've got to work hard to stay fit and trim, especially around the holidays. Now as they compete in the category of physical fitness, we'll see how the ladies of Earth go about their beauty work.
5, 6, 7, 8. We got the power, and the power is feminine. Girl power. And with the power, we can catch someone masculine. Girl power. If you want a husband, if you want a flame, feel the burn until you know you can't take. Yeah, work it out and tuck your tummy
tallying up their scores thus far. We'll be back after this brief intermission with the exciting conclusion of Miss Glamorous 2005. See you then. It's fun to get all dressed up in those crazy outfits, but it feels even better to get back in my normal street attire. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Consuelo Rafael Lopez, Miss Industrial Northeast, with a beauty breakthrough that's newer than tomorrow.
Freedom is important, isn't it? My hair is important to me, but so is freedom. That's why on my all-American head, I wear the energy-efficient hair curling system! Solar roller! The secret's in the panels! Solar panels! Fun looking? Maybe. But at least I'm not chained to the old-fashioned curling iron. I can jog, garden, paint the house, and even walk down the street and drop a postcard in the mailbox. That's convenience. And sometimes I can even get Cinemax in extra cost. And cook a frozen egg roll. Oh, it's all natural. No kilowatts if you please. Just Mr. Sun, me, and my sisters. How do I spell freedom? I spell it G-N-A-M.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are blessed this evening to have a very special guest with us backstage, and that's Elizabeth Glamgower Mead, the founder of the House of Glamorous. Though she no longer appears in public, Miss Glamgower Mead still reserves the right to select the finalists for the Miss Glamorous pageant, and she's involved in that difficult task right now. Boy, I need to be in her heels. While she's making those difficult decisions, the ladies have made a decision of their own. Momentarily, it will be my distinct pleasure to present a very special award, the Glamorous Girlfriend Award, chosen by the ladies themselves and given to the most congenial contestant. The one girl the others would most like to have for a girlfriend if only they had the time. But first, I'd like to take one last look at all of our deserving contestants. Here they are. Yes. And now, the Glamorous Girlfriend Award, chosen by the ladies themselves, goes to... May I have the envelope, please? Thank you very much. Miss West Coast Karma Queen! She is touched, ladies and gentlemen, and Karma, so are we. I see that Miss Glamgower Mead has reached her final decision. May I have the envelope, please? Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to keep you or our ladies in suspense any longer than I have to. The finalists for Miss Glamorous 2005 in reverse alphabetical order according to their regions are Kitty Bob Ames, Miss Texas. Harry Louise, Miss Great Plains. Lorinda Summer from Miss Deep South. And our last finalist is Ruth Ann Ruth, Miss Bible Bell. Congratulations to our fabulous finalists. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our five finalists. Yeah! Congratulations, ladies. You're coming our way. You've only got a bit further to go. As you know, one of Glamorous's proudest philanthropic efforts is its 24-hour beauty crisis counseling hotline. Women all over the country know that they can dial 1-800-4BEAUTY to receive emergency beauty crisis counseling. Ladies, it's your final task for this evening. we are asking that you respond to an actual beauty crisis hotline call. Yeah. When the music stops and the phone rings, you're on the hotline. Ladies, if you please.
Beauty Crisis Hotline, how may I help you?
I'm going to have the birth of my baby recorded on videotape, and I was wondering what makeup I should wear for this event.
Well, I wouldn't want to wear anything shiny or with glitter in it because it might reflect in the cameras. I suggest something organic, like from Glamorous's Natural Woman line. And if the baby's a girl, it's never too soon to introduce it to a pretty baby. Our special line for women under the age of 5. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much for calling.
I live on a fixed income. I love everything that Glamorous makes, but I can't afford makeup and medication for a life-threatening congenital condition. What should I do?
What should you do? Perhaps if you could take a teeny bit less medication, then you could afford a teeny bit more makeup, and then you wouldn't look so sick. Good luck.
Buenas noches!
I follow all the fashion tips in the magazines, and it just takes hours, but I never end up looking like the pictures. Could you tell me what's missing?
Could you repeat the question?
I was wondering what's missing.
That's why America's the best country in the world, because you can get advice for free over the telephone.
What?
Bye.
This is Ruth Ann. Praise him! I have always been ugly. Even plastic surgeons have given up on me. My life is ennui, misery, and pain. I want to die. First of all, stop your whining, young lady, and count your many, 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 many blessings. Be thankful that you have eyes, so that you can see how ugly you really are. Be thankful that you have ears, so that you can hear those plastic surgeons say, there is no hope. And you get down on your knees and you say, thank you, Jesus, that you are fortunate enough to have a telephone so that you can call us to get the help you need today. And God bless you. Makeup and parading around in high heels. How come we have these ridiculous standards of beauty being shoved down our throats, and why do we buy this stuff? Why?
Because we're not men. We're women. And it is our God-given duty to make ourselves more beautiful so that the world is a better place. And so that men have something pretty to look at while they run it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our fabulous finalists. Yeah! My goodness. alive, but it's the beginning of the end for Miss Glamorous 2004. She was great, and she was swell. She made her mark in every mall and each motel. She's a symbol of achievement and success. Miss Glamorous, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Glamorous 2004, Tani Jo Johnson. She's something extra. Quite a year.
Indeed I have, Frankie. I got so much love from all those wonderful people out there this year. They gave me friendship and testimonial dinners and breakfasts and lunches and buffets. Thanks to them, I discovered the true size of my natural beauty. And Frankie, Bo Derek may be a 10, but I'm an 18.
You certainly are, Tani Jo. Inspiring, that's what I call it. And apparently the folks at Glamorous feel the same way, because tonight in your honor, they are introducing a brand new product for women just as big and beautiful as you are.
That's right, Frankie. And if you'd be so kind as to follow me over to our beauty product launching pad, I'd be happy to demonstrate. Hey, big gals, aren't you tired of those skinny mini models trying to sell you a teensy bottle of perfume for a great big price? Well, I certainly am. So Glamorous helped me create a scent for all of us who are large and mobly. Tonight, Glamorous is proud to introduce Largesse. A lot of scent for a lot of woman. Largesse is for the gal whose heart is as big as her waistline. And Largesse comes with its own full-size applicator, adjustable to either spray or stream. Because there's more of you, there's more that needs to be covered up with this delicate yet assertive fragrance. The bigger you are, the harder you'll fall. For Largesse, from Glamorous.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Tani Jo enjoys her last few moments as Miss Glamorous, the ladies and I have something that we'd like to say. Before we say goodbye, it seems to us you'd ought to know just what goodbye means to us.
G means G, it's time for you to go. O means only pain can make you grow. O again means only in sorrow will you find the courage to make it through tomorrow. D means depression is expected, especially on the day when your successor is elected. B means be cheerful. Y means why be sad and glum and tearful. E means even the most beautiful flower must die. Goodbye, old queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tani Jo will now distribute the scorecards to our judges, but before she does, she will demonstrate the proper way for you judges to display your scores. Tani Jo.
Now, judges, when judging, be sure that the same score shows on both sides of the card, like this. One side for Frankie and one side for the audience. And be sure to hold the cards high above your head, like this. Now, judges, if you will raise your hands like this, I will bring you your cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you've seen our contestants compete in the following categories: evening gown, talent, swimwear, physical fitness, beauty crisis counseling, and spokesmodel spots. Now, as I call out the name of each finalist individually, I will ask that you choose a number between 1 and 10, 10 being the highest, and hold that number high above your head for myself and the audience to see. I will compute the total score, And Tawny Joe will write that score down for all of the ladies to see. Now, all of you folks in the audience, please feel free to try to influence our judges by cheering for your favorite contestant. Ladies, will you turn around, please? All right, judges. I hate to be in your shoes right now. You've got some very difficult decisions to make. May we have your scores for our first finalist, Miss Bible Belt, Ruth Ann Rue. Now, if we might have your scores for Miss Industrial Northeast, Consuelo Manuela Rafael Lopez. Now we'll have your scores for Miss Deep South, Lorinda Summerford. Thank you very much. Now we tally up Miss Texas, Kitty Bobby. And finally, the judges vote for Miss Great Plains, Bonnie Louise Cutler. Thank you very much. Audience, a round of applause for our judges. They've worked very hard this evening. Before we can finish, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie between two of our top three contestants. So by sound of applause and indication by Tawny Joe, we will decide the order. Tawny Joe, please. Get that. All right, ladies, will you turn around, please? It's time to make a little history. Ladies and gentlemen, second runner-up and winner of 12 pairs of full-fashion hosiery, Miss Great Plains, Bonnie Louise Cutler! First runner-up and winner of a complete glamorous makeover, Miss Deep South, Lorinda Summerford! The moment we've all been waiting for, Miss Glamoress 2005, Miss Bible Belt, but now everyone's looking at you, Miss Glamoress. Take a walk, Miss Glamorous, the queen of flowers.
lifetime the prettiness that I've known in mine. For each of us can do our part to make the world more beautiful. And what a better place to start than in your mind or in your heart. True beauty is found beneath your dress. And beauty lives at Glamorous.
She's the one you chose to be your own. When all is said and done, someone had to win your love, and she's the one. She's the one. She's the You had a well in hand. Nothing exciting, almost spectacular. You were part of a team, always on the run, but you stood out from the rest. She's the one. She's the one. She's the one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's remember 2005 Ruth and Ruth. The best we've ever seen. She's the one when all is said and done. Here's a show of thankfulness from